Hey there. Can you hear me? Oh, okay, Chris. Hello. Let me know if you can hear me, Chris. I need to make it to where I can see all the comments too. Venice. Christopher, can you hear me? Hey, Sybil. Can you hear me? Hey, Russell. Wow, that's so crazy. I can see comments way faster on my phone than I can on my thingy. Oh, Jesus Christ. There went a whole bunch. Okay, cool. Cool. Awesome. So I know Joey is still streaming, and I'm sorry. I tried to wait. I put it off and kept putting it off, but yeah. He's a talker. Hey, Jim. So yeah, are y'all familiar with the Vagabond Prince? Have any of y'all smelled any fragrances from Vagabond Prince? Let me know. Also, what was your scent of the day? There's dog hair in my mouth. So, hazard of my life. Yes, Christopher, I know you effing have. Like, I ordered them all in. And I'm just going to read comments from my phone because the actual computer makes them take so much longer. Hey, Jed the Stud. How you doing, buddy? I need to make a plan to come visit you and check out your box. Yeah. Oh, Sybil, which one are you about to get, sweetie? Oh, I am not familiar with that at all, Judd. What kind of fragrance is that? Can you tell me about that? I've never heard of that. Hey, Kim. Oh, hey, Judd. Love you too, buddy. Hi, JC. You got a Colagon. That is an interesting way to spell cologne. And Chris too, if he can break away. Yeah, hopefully he can. Yeah, we might try to like come like when the van is getting like when the grooming van is getting a oil change or something like that. That'd be a good time for Chris and I both to be able to drive out there. How many hours is it from Ashland to Lexington? Oh, Chad, still on Joey's stream. Yeah, apologize to him for me going live while he's live, but I told him what time I was going live. So, how do you spell cologne? Cologene. It's kind of silly in French, basically. Yeah. Yeah, very close. You just put an extra O in there, bud. 2.5. Okay, 2.5 hours tops. Cool. Cool beans. Okay. Alain Delon was a European actor. I found out from Rob using something. It's very rare discontinuous curtain masking nose. Ooh. Hey, when we come visit, can I smell that? Just because that sounds pretty cool. Oh, my scent of the day was Spiritus de Blavini. I think I'm going to get Enchanted Forest or the Princess. Not sure. Okay, cool. Well, I will tell you which ones are my favorite here in a minute. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Someone said oil change. Yes, Ben. Our grooming van, unfortunately, has to have oil changes, and they take a while. So, actually, our oil changes for the generator, like in the van, Chris does them, so we save money. It's pretty great. Yeah. You might not think it's all that great. Whatever. I just order the parts for him from Amazon. It's amazing. Sup, Dave? Calvin Klein, good choice. Some eternity up in here. I went to, oh my gosh, speaking of eternity. So I went to, yo, DB, yo, Chris. Yo, come on now. So I went to Marshall's and TJ Maxx today because like everybody is talking about how amazing, I like saving the money, true. Everybody is talking about all of the amazing discounts and deals that they're finding at the rack stores right now. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go. I didn't find jack shit, if I'm honest. Like I in Marshalls, in the women's section, I saw like some Christian Siriano like stuff and some DKNY. I think that was it. Oh, and a bunch of these fragrances called Pure or something. I don't even know what that was. And then in the men's section, it was like rows and rows of Adidas and a whole bunch of Versace Man Eau Fraiche and light blue for men. I couldn't for the life of me find oh wait, no, actually at TJ Maxx, I did find the women's light blue, but they wanted like $60 for a small bottle, which is just insane. That's nuts. I pretty sure I could find it for much cheaper than that online. So yeah, the TJ Maxx didn't have much of anything. They had a whole bunch of Michael Kors and again some more Adidas. So if you need Adidas, check out a rack store. And yeah, the women's section had a whole bunch of Calvin Klein, of course, and like, you know, the white diamonds and all of those other weird lines like that. Those darn Adidas scents. Exactly, Centaur, for sure. Pure is Karen Lowe. They're a clone house. Oh, really? I didn't know that. That's interesting. It was cheap as shit. But, you know, you weren't allowed to like open anything. I tried to run into Ulta and they have literally everything like duct taped closed, which is kind of crazy. I was like, wouldn't it just be easier to take it off the shelf rather than duct tape everything? Let's see. I never find the clearance red stickers. The prices aren't that good. Exactly, Centaur. It's just so much more practical for me to do like Fragrance Net, Fragrance X, something along those lines. Yeah. So, alrighty. Did everybody say if they had smelled any Vagabond Prince fragrances yet? Or besides you, Christoph, your opinion does not matter. Basically ever. Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna do these should I do these in order of the one like what I like least to my favorite, or what order would you guys like to see them in? I have all four. So also on that subject, do you wear perfume? Me, JC? Yes. Interestingly enough, this is a fragrance channel. It's handy that way. So what were we talking about? Yeah, so I have all four fragrances from Vagabond Prince, and I actually opened my package on Joey's, I think it was Joey's live stream the other day, because I was really excited to see what was in it. And when I opened it, there was an extra box, like an extra fragrance inside. And I was like, I didn't order this. I mean, not that I didn't want to order extra Enchanted Forest, but they just threw a whole extra thing in there. And I double checked, you know, the packing slips and nothing mentioned this extra box. So I called Vagabond Prince the next day because I was feeling too guilty about having a fragrance that I didn't pay for, because, you know, it's not like they're like a big company or anything. You know, like it's owned by the people that run Fragrantica. And so I called them. And apparently the husband answered the phone and he hollers over to Elena, which is the woman, I guess, who does like all the painting stuff for the sides of the bottles. And he's like, did you put extra Enchanted Forest in some boxes? And she's like, yes, they ran out of bubble wrap. So they ran out of bubble wrap and decided to take the space up in the box with $180 fragrance instead. That is the best deal I have ever heard of to, yeah. Who runs out of bubble wrap and thinks, you know what, I'm going to give them an extra fragrance? Like, pretty amazing. Okay, worst to best sounds good. Okay, awesome, possum. All right, so we will start then with my least favorite, which is Swan Princess, which, although this does have the coolest box, the rest of them are all square. They're all, I guess not square, that's a cube. I know shapes. What colognes do you like? I like many. Like if you watch the video on my channel, you'll see quite a few that I like, and we'll talk about a few here. So yeah, these packages are pretty crazy. This one in particular comes in like on purple silk, and this one has like a boat depiction on it. Now, this one is an iris heavy fragrance. It's like iris and musk and mimosa. I like Swan Princess more than I did Base Solo personally. You're insane. So, yeah, although this fragrance is very nice. Hey, Jose. Hola, ¿qué pasa? So, this is a very, very powdery makeup-y iris, and it's kind of sharp. And I think that, like, there's pink pepper in here, and I think that maybe that's what's making this so sharp. And there's a lot of musk, so it's a very musky iris scent. And there's not enough. I feel like whenever I normally like an iris fragrance, it usually has some sort of gourmand sweetness to it, like whether it's almond and vanilla or cocoa, something like that to sweeten it up. That's my preference. This does not have that, instead it goes the more sharp route. Like there's even like vetiver and bergamot and some other things in here, but primarily I'm thinking it's like the pink pepper, the musk, the iris. And it does smell nice, and I could see this being a designer fragrance, perhaps aimed more towards mature women, I think, like maybe 40 plus, or women who like to wear those baby powdery makeup smells. It smells much sweeter out of the cap than it does on skin. But yeah, there is some smoothness in here, like I think it's sandalwood or something along those lines, that does kind of give a little bit of a creamy base for this to sit on, but primarily it's that pink pepper, iris, and musk. It's just not entirely my thing. But the bottle is beautiful, and obviously I can't get rid of it because it's a collect. There's only 4 fragrances, so I have to have all 4. Hey, Scent Hunters. Hey, what's your name? I cannot for the life of me remember your name. Can you drop that in there? Because I like to know people. Yeah, so all of these presentations will look different. So like this one has a kind of like, I don't know, shiny silver cap on top of it. I don't know, kind of frosted silver looking cap. You'll see some different ones here in a minute. Okay, does anybody have any questions then about Swan Princess? This is the only fragrance in the group that I consider to be obviously more feminine leaning. Yeah, it's the one I think to be more feminine leaning. Jacqueline from Jacqueline's Perfumery, she went through the samples of all of these and talked about their different smells, and she had some different opinions than I did on which direction they lean. But that's the thing about fragrances, everybody has their own opinion. It's pretty cool. But for me personally, this one was much more feminine and a bit too feminine for me. I don't know, maybe I'm just a dude. It is what it is. Yara! Okay, that didn't come out nearly as cool as I was hoping it would come out. There you go. Chris said it. Let's see. Oh, hey, Stanley. Sorry, they're not popping up on my computer as fast as they are on my phone. Hey, Stanley. Chris, do you think? Okay, so in my opinion, this one would not be worth the price retail because it smells to me like a designer fragrance that I could probably find. And most designer fragrances for women are in like the $90 range-ish, that sort of thing. So at $180, I would say that this is a little bit more expensive. However, I do think that the presentation is incredibly unique and beautiful. So it kind of depends on your opinion there, if that makes sense. But I'll talk about each of these for that, Centaur, if you want to. Video games and bourbon. Must be nice. Hi, DP70. Okay. Okay, so that was that one. So next, my third favorite is Land of Warriors. I will say I find that this one leans more masculine and almost leans too masculine for me, which is really strange because that isn't really a thing for me. What video games are you playing? What are you playing right now? Are you doing not Dungeons and Dragons? What the hell is that game you're playing? Wow, World of Warcraft? Or are you playing Fallout? This is the Vagabond Prince, Stanley. This house is it is owned by the people who run Fragrantica. which is pretty cool. So they had a big sale up until the 15th of this month, so these bottles are normally $180 full price, and they were all $100. And like I said earlier, they gave me an extra bottle because they ran out of bubble wrap. So yeah, I had to call Yara and tell her, bless her heart. I think I scared her. I get too excited. Okay, I'm playing Fallout 4 and trying to decide if I want to get into Fallout 76. I do want to get into Fallout 76, please and thank you. So if you download it, I'll be stealing it, but not tonight. Okay. All right, so Land of Warriors. So this one has a cool, I don't know if I showed the bottle off. This one has a black patent cap, and it has horses. Those are horses, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah, those are horses. Has horses all around it, which is really cool. Hey, from England, what are we talking about? Hey, Mark, we are talking about the Vagabond Prince fragrances. So, yeah. Whereabouts in England? I have tried many a time to do a British accent, and I suck at it every time. So I will not force you to listen to that. So, okay, so this one is Land of Warriors, and this one didn't come on silk. This one just came on felt in there. Hey, Amy, how are you doing, sweetheart? Yeah, all of these bottles are gorgeous. Like, I'm head over heels. It's embarrassing how much I like this house. Like, it really is. Hey, but at least you're still dreaming about me. Okay, let's see. Still yet to get around to Fallout 4, but played through Fallout 3. Dave, get your shit together. Fallout 4 is the best. The art made me think Mongolians. Yep, it does, doesn't it? Yeah. The bottle looks like a ladybug. Ugh. You know, I'm not afraid of much, honestly. Ladybugs make me like almost piss myself. I am like so afraid of ladybugs, and they poop on your ceiling. Disgusting. Cannot handle it. Okay, so Land of Warriors. So I said that this one was almost too masculine for me. I don't know if that's really necessarily true, because I do still find it to be unisex, but it's just that there's not much sweetness in here. The only sweetness that you're really getting is like from what is it called? Pomegranate. There is a little bit of like resin stuff from Styrax, but for the most part, this is a leather and what is that word? Violet. Leather and violet fragrance. I'm gonna steal that bottle, Hill. That's fine. You steal everything else. How's my You Were Someone Like You bottle, Christopher? Let's see. Don't worry, I'm sure my American accent is worse. Okay. Oh, you're in Plymouth. Very cool. Sweet. Fallout New Vegas was the best. Well, I haven't played that one yet. Battlefield. Great. Okay. Yeah, so this fragrance is mostly leather and violet. So the violet kind of makes it have a wet kind of texture to it, I guess. It's not like, maybe I would say moist. I don't know. Juju's not in here, but you know, if she were, she would hate that word so much. Leather and oh yeah, Russell says leather and lace. I mean, it could be if it could be whatever you're into, whatever kink you're into, Russell. So you're streaming on my Surface. Yep, sure am. Okay, so yes, it does have violet. It kind of makes it a little bit moist. So think of like a wet leather and a smoky wood. So there's definitely some smokiness in here. There's a little bit of sweetness from some Styrax and pomegranate, but I don't know. It's definitely, if you like fragrances like Viking or L'air du Desert Moroccan or maybe even L'Armes du Désert, even though that one is much sweeter and more resinous. I think you would like a fragrance like Land of the Warriors. So I do think that this one is worth the price, the $180. I think, you know, the decoration of the bottle is gorgeous. The presentation is just wild. And it is a well-made fragrance. It's just not my personal favorite to wear. So yeah, Chris is gonna get this one. So I still get one. I mean, I don't hate the word, to be honest. I mean, I prefer it be moist. Let's continue. What is that on the screen in the back? Reminds me of Battleborgs. Oh, I didn't realize you could see the TV behind me. I also don't know where my remote is. Pretty sure my toddler hid it somewhere. I think that was called like Story Blocks or something, or some show that my toddler watches. That was a little more spicy on my skin. It felt like it would fit in with Memo Paris Leatherline. I could see it fitting in with the Leatherline, actually. Yeah, it is kind of spicy. There is nutmeg in it, so I think maybe your skin kind of just plays nutmeg out a lot. For me, I love Dior Fahrenheit. You know, I bet if you like Fahrenheit, that you might like this. So picture Fahrenheit, but spicier. Yeah. It doesn't really have the gasoline effect, though, but it is kind of the same vein, similar. It's a dude fragrance for sure. I just really think it's a dude one. Show. Single player is lame, but okay. Is it better than Memo African Leather? In my opinion, no, because I personally wear African leather and I really like that fragrance. That one is a bit sweeter, a bit more balanced with the spice. This one, with it just being like nutmeg as the main spice that's in it, I don't know. Maybe it's not as like multidimensional as I like in a fragrance, but it is beautiful for sure. So, yeah, Ben, if you want to try a sample of it, let me know, and I'll send you a decant, because obviously I'm not going to go through all of this. So yeah, Ben, just hit me up on Facebook Messenger and we'll take care of that. Okay. What was I doing? That thing would go away. Okay, so my second to last favorite. Wait, how do I say that? My second favorite. God. So my second favorite is Base Solo. So this one is really, really good. What's her name? Jacqueline said that she felt that this fragrance was very manly, and I personally don't think it is. But you know, that's just all a matter of opinion, and what you think is whatever. This fragrance, this bottle though, has no markings at all. It's just black, but the cap is dark wood, kind of like the material of a fretboard. And of course, it's called Base Solo. So, oh my gosh, this one's so good. Okay. You know, I actually used to wear a Britney Spears Fantasy. I got a bottle of that when I was like in junior high or something, but it gave me migraines. So, yeah, unfortunately, I cannot wear it. Why do I have so much hair? Anybody want some? I will pass it on. Hey, Kay, how you doing, buddy? I love the black bottle. Isn't it nice? I mean, it's a pretty sexy bottle. Yeah, nothing lame about it. If you like what you like. I mean, Kevin, or Moneyburner, for those of y'all who know who he is, he loves, is it Juicy Couture or Viva La Juicy something or other? Viva La something, I don't know. He thinks it's the best fragrance ever invented. So, like the cap on that bottle, but the fragrance smelled just weird on me. That's just because you're just weird. Yeah. Okay. So this one is so pretty. It is so dark woody. Like it smells like a really dark wood. Like if you pictured the color of the wood on the cap, it's what it smells like. And it's resinous. And so it's so smooth and vanillic and a little bit boozy. So there's lavender in here, and I'm going to make this comparison, and these fragrances do not smell at all alike, mind you, but the way that the lavender is utilized in this fragrance, it reminds me of the way the lavender is used in Ultra Male. You know, how it like kind of makes the fragrance a bit more aromatic, but it's so sweet that it kind of makes it almost billowy. I don't know if that makes sense. It kind of makes the texture in the air a bit marshmallowy almost. This does that. The base one was most interesting. It's similar to, you know, I had a sample of Wonderwood a long time ago and I can't remember. I thought Wonderwood more sandalwood based? Gosh, I cannot remember. But this one is so rich and warm. I definitely think that I'm going to wear this a lot in the fall. If I was going to go, I don't know, if I was going to go to like a place where people drink bourbon. Oh my gosh, what are those places called? Like if I was going to go to a jazz club and didn't feel like wearing jazz club, I would wear this. Just because it is so boozy. I feel like I was smelling this thing the other day and I thought they smelled similar. Yeah, it really does. It literally has a similar booziness to, shit smelled good. So good. And it's ambery and it has a little bit of like the slightest bit of a ginger kick, but it is gorgeous. So I really, really love this one. If Enchanted Forest didn't exist, I would have, like this would be my baby from this one because I love it so much. I remember it being more cedar focused. Yeah, maybe it was more cedar focused. I think there's cedar in this fragrance. Yeah, Base Solo has multiple kinds of cedar. But you know how cedar normally is like it's kind of like fresh and sharp. And sometimes has that pencil shaving-y vibe. I can almost get the pencil shavings vibe. Kind of like how, say you were, like back in the day when you used to have like stand up there and sharpen your pencil in school and you walked away and there was like the slightest bit of dust in the air when you're like 3 feet away. I can almost get that vibe, but yeah. No, like if you look at how Fragrantica, like, how Fragrantica will kind of arrange what order they think you smell the notes in, I don't agree with that. Because I don't smell it like that at all. The main things that I smell in here are like the rich dark woods, a Papanax, that kind of billowy lavender, some ginger and some cardamom, basically, and then that ambery base. But beautiful. Love this fragrance. Sounds right up my street. I might have to blind purchase your top 2 from this house in the near future. Yara, I'm sending you samples. Don't blind buy, but also I am always right. So, okay, continue. I like the cap. Oh, the cap sound from this. Yeah. Unisex. Absolutely, Russell. Completely unisex. The only one that I've shown so far. So I think that this one leans really feminine. This one, perhaps a little bit more masculine. There's just not much sweetness. This one, 100% unisex, I think. Although, like I said, Jacqueline felt that it was more masculine, but I don't. I really, if you are a girl and you like to wear fragrances that are resinous and rich and warm and boozy, then do it to it, I guess. Okay. Last time I went to a jazz club, I was wearing Guerlain Spiritus de Bouvigny. I've never been to a jazz club. I honestly don't go anywhere. I am a total hermit. Yeah. Do you guys remember that Max 40 video from last year where he was talking about jazz club? And I just remember how he said that he's like, if you want the perfect fragrance to wear to a jazz club, this is it. Jazz Club by Maison Margiela. It's pretty good. Okay, I'll be a good girl and wait to try the samples first. Yes, you better. I will send you samples and I will sneak you Kentucky snacks. So what kind of snacks you want? I can send you some Ale. What are some other good Kentucky? I guess I could sneak bourbon. Oh, I don't know if I can ship bourbon without that being flagged really easily. I don't know. Chris, give me some ideas here. Okay. And then the last of the 4 is my favorite. This is the one that most people are familiar with. That is the hardest part. Bourbon. Yeah, we do have bourbon. We also have apple butter. We have apple butter, and I don't even know what else. We have horses. Do you want me to ship you a horse? Because I can't. Okay, yeah, so the last one is the one that most people are familiar with, and that is, I'll pick out, so Chris is going to pick out your bourbon. Awesome. Yeah. So the last one is Enchanted Forest. So this is one of my favorite fragrances ever. It might just be my absolute favorite fragrance of all time, to be honest. It's hard for me to say, but it's so amazing. Okay, there is something else I do want to mention. With all these bottles, they have been gorgeous, but the quality control is a little bit, it's a little bit iffy. So one of the bottles of Enchanted Forest that we got in, The sprayer was completely different. The cap didn't go all the way down, like it stopped like on a ring, which is really weird. It looks strange. This one does not attach at all. Like it just and then yeah, they're all different. It's like all the sprayer things are different on here. I heard you guys have barbecue soda out there in Kentucky. Barbecue soda? We have like barbecue soda. Barbecue sauce. Oh no, I sent Joey barbecue sauce made out of Ale 8. So it was a soda added to barbecue sauce. Does that make sense? Okay. We'll talk about the last one. I will say these sprayers are not the best sprayers on the market, but they spray fragrance. Oh, and it smells so good. Okay. Let's see. Try not to taste it. It doesn't taste as good as it smells. Okay. So now I actually really liked how Jacqueline talked about this fragrance because, it is kind of green. But typically when you smell a green fragrance, the green is right up in the forefront. Like it's one of the first things that you smell. And that is not at all how this fragrance is. This fragrance literally is like a 3D representation of walking through a forest. Like say you have like a giant bottle of like blackcurrant wine and you're just pouring it all over your head because why not? When you're in the forest, you do what you want. So you smell this beautiful, boozy, juicy blackcurrant, but then you can also smell these pine needles on the ground, but it literally smells like they're farther away from you than the juice. All four of these fragrances are made by Bertrand Duchefort, who's one of my favorite perfumers. And I mean, this is literally, in my opinion, a complete masterpiece. Have you tried Creed Spice and Wood or anything else from their exclusive line? Yes, I like Spice and Wood. I like Sublime Vanille. I don't really remember the other ones. I remember smelling like the Pure White Cologne and the Jardine one, but I wasn't really like, ooh, this is worth $600. Yeah. I did really love Spice and Wood. If you could, I personally would not pay full price for those, but if you could find them, if you could find those discounted, which you sometimes can, I would go that route. Sublime Vanille is beautiful. It's really nice. It's a beautiful, light, powdery vanilla with some citrus. Okay. Okay. A lot of blackcurrant jammy fruit. Yeah, it is beautiful. It is so juicy. And the thing about this, like this is like the ultimate blackcurrant fragrance because you have the blackcurrant, you have the buds, you have like the stem, you have the leaves, like cassis and everything. So you have every part of blackcurrant in here, plus the whole rest of the fucking forest. Oh, no, sorry. Plus the whole rest of the forest. Let me just see how many times I can drop the F-bomb on a stream tonight. Missed by me. It's amazing too. No fear, Rush is here. Hey, Rush. How are you, sweetheart? Yeah. But no, this fragrance is just so gorgeous. I can't get enough. Honestly, it probably only lasts on my skin maybe 5 or 6 hours, but who cares? This fragrance is so good. Yeah, I'm not really sure what season you would want to wear this in. I mean, I've been wearing it in the summer because it smells good and it's not like it, although when you first spray it, it does project a fair bit, but the part that's projecting is like the pine needles. I don't think that gets cloying. And after that, it sits fairly close to the skin once it starts to dry down. So, tits, how about that? Yeah, so it definitely sits a little bit closer to the skin, maybe just a few inches off once it's dried down, but that's totally, I mean, that's really nice. This fragrance is just, it's very artistic and it's very picturesque. So if that sounds like something that you're into, I mean, this, all of these, each of these fragrances were supposed to be $180. Like I said, I got them all for $100 each, plus the extra free Enchanted Forest. I would probably pay double that for this fragrance personally, because, it's just, I really click with this one. I would probably also pay extra for base solo, to be honest. The Land of Warriors, I think, is worth that much money. It's just not really my cup of tea. And the Swan Princess one, just put it down to like designer fragrance prices. What am I missing? Rush is fabulous. Yes, he is. Is there a brand you're interested in trying lately? Me? Yes, I really want to try Francesca Bianchi. I really want to try Lover's Tale because I've heard Claire gush about it. Let's see who else. What else do I want to try? I want to sample more of the fragrances by Juicebox because Josh from Scent Sense sent me some a while ago, and they were pretty interesting. Yeah, I enjoyed the ones that he sent. I'd like to try some of the others. I also want to try the fragrances from, I'm going to say this wrong, but I think it's like L'Orchestra. It's supposed to be like orchestra, and there's like there's a fragrance called Piano Santal, and then there's a few other fragrances, and there's like a piece of music specifically for each fragrance. So that sounds really interesting to me. I love Atelier des Ors, so I want to smell more of their. I just want to smell the rest of their line. I've smelled quite a few. I have a handful of them already, but you know, I like them a lot. And I just want to give them all my money, and then they can like fill my house with their pretty bottles. Any other houses that I'm in that I really want to try? So many. All of them? Is that an option? I just want to smell everything. So let's see. I have another foresty frag. Yes, Sybil, you were telling me about that. I was going to try it. I think you told me that it was like that, but blackberry, right? It's like a blackberry version of Enchanted Forest, I think. I really, really want to try that for sure. And it's Olympic Orchids that has Night Flyer, which is the original version of Zoologist Bat. I believe that the lady who runs Olympic Orchids was the perfumer for Bat. And then, yeah, so she released that one. And so Zoologist released Bat 2 just recently. Hey, Rush. I looked that the other day, and I'm going to try it. Cool. Doesn't that one have blackberry? Doesn't, yeah, the Blackbird. It's a really good song. Okay. I should play that on my ukulele. Hello, beautiful people. Hey, Jan. Okay. I should have asked you this question a week ago. Oh, before you sent me a care package. I'm so excited. Yeah, Yara sent me a box. You guys, I'm so excited. I don't know what is in this box besides, I think she said there's Tim Tams in there. And I almost said tampon instead of Tim Tam. But listen, she's tried to tell me that these Tim Tams are better than Oreos, and I'm pretty sure that's blasphemy. So maybe I'll have to do like a video comparison between Oreos and Tim Tams. You know, like talk about the notes and rank them on 1 to 5 scale. Yo, 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 Lucas Poe. I love Hill's frag knowledge and taste. Oh, thank you, Rush. I just love you. Okay. You're the best. Oh, thanks, Kev. Luke. I love how happy, like how nice Rush is to you, Luke, when we both know that, you know, Alan is just ready to go steal Luke any chance he can get. Hillary, have you tried any of the 1833 equations? I have not. I haven't even heard of that house. But I will. Hold on. Let me find a pen. I got to write that down. Okay, that is not something that can be written on. I also need glasses. Equation. I will try that. Yeah, if any of you guys have ideas for like other good gourmand fragrances, I like gourmands. I like orientals. I love resins. I don't really wear too much spicy because spice is weird on my skin. I don't know what it is. But, I mean, depending on what it is, I will wear spice. But love gourmands and stuff. Yo, Rush, Kev, Hills, Chris, Yara, Jad, Jim, Russell. Sweet. Should have done that in like a rap. A little different, though. What up, Poe? It's like, what up, ho? But Never mind, that was obviously what his joke was. Okay. Oh, I missed so much. Hey, Luke. Luke, how's it going, man? Hey, Luke. Yo, Kev. It's worth having both. Oh, it is worth having both. Okay, I'm glad you said that, because I was gonna look at her prices too, because I wasn't sure how much I spelled Olympic wrong. Oh my gosh. Wasn't sure how much that fragrance even went for. Hey, Jad. Oh, you're so beautiful, Juju. It's so frustrating how beautiful you are and you don't even have to try. Hi, Hells Bells. Thanks, Eugene. What's up, sweetheart? What's up, Kev? Can Yara send me a box? No, she's mine. Oh, you did include tampons? Thank you. Thank you. I recently bought some, but, you know, Yara is so thoughtful. Mm-hmm. Yep, just helps the girl out. Yes, Eugene, I can send you a box too. I'm offended, Yara. Okay. Let's see. Child Toronto is represented in here tonight. Yes. Are there more Canadians and New Zealanders? Wait, Wayne's not here. What on earth? Like, I can't believe Wayne is missing my stream. I'm offended. I am not Joey Cannoli. I'm not Hills either. What? What does that even mean? That's amazing. I use a Tim Tam like a straw with milk. What? That's a thing? I mean, I guess I can. Like, will I drown? Okay. Self our picture from you know who. Okay. That would be a special box, Yara. Hi, Chris, everyone. Sup, Chris. I'm not worried. We have community property laws in Canada. Nice. Sup, Joey. Wait, so is it actually Joey in the I'm not Joey Cannoli thing? I'm very confused. So confused. Who's that from, Centaur? Umaguma, because that is a hilarious thing. I'm gonna like scroll down and you're gonna be like, no, that was a joke. That's not a real thing. Dogman went and got Kevin's fragrance, Misako. Okay. That is not bad, Sybil. It's not bad at all. I agree with the compliments being thrown around. Oh, Caboose, I love you, buddy. Yeah, you know, actually, I've really been wanting to try Timbuktu because I obviously I love mango and fragrances. I love it quite a bit, and I heard that one's like mango and incense. What's his name? Eugene was talking about it the other day. He's been really getting into L'Artisan Parfumeur. I have one fragrance from that house, and unfortunately, it smelled amazing from the sample. And it smells completely different from the bottle, which is normally like the opposite. Like a fragrance can be like meh from a sample and then smell fabulous from a bottle. This one is the opposite. I take it back. You should. Timbuktu is awesome. I am not Joey. Okay, then. I don't know. Banjo. Who's Banjo? That's my brother's name. Well, my brother's name is Bannon Joseph, so I call him Banjo. Bannon is like a really weird family name for my family, so yeah. Duh. Okay. You right, Luke. Tara's box is tonight's subject matter. Okay. Umaguma is real. But you can understand why I would think, like, maybe it's not. I may be a Joey, but not the Joey. Okay. Umaguma's pretty good. It's by Brute. God. Gotcha. You gotta spell check. Oh, that makes sense. I was very confused about whoever Tara was. Yeah, Yara. I'm about to return my bottle of Timbuktu to the friend who traded it to me, not my incense. What's your favorite incense fragrance, Caboose? How do you feel about Amouage? I'm a huge Amouage whore, and yeah. Is it similar to that at all? I'm honored. I'm not sure. Oh, that makes sense. But they don't, I would assume that they would have called you like Benjo. Tall blonde gave it to me at college and I can't escape it. It's cute. Salam, Jad. Yep. Tara, Yara, tomato. Same difference. Did you look or sound like a banjo? Oh, I pray he didn't sound like a banjo. But spoiler alert, Luke was the tall blonde. Yeah. You always know that you're really starting to get into a scary neighborhood in Kentucky when you can start hear the banjo on the wind. I'm hearing the banjo on the wind. You could try it. I've heard about that one. I've heard it's really good, and I do really want to try it. Noir, Exquis, or I know that's not how you pronounce it. Andy Warhol is a decent incense. Very nice. Interlude Man. So I mean, I've smelled Black Iris, but I have not smelled the original. Where to go? Okay. Need a year-round one though. Have you ever tried Interlude Woman Caboose? Because that one's really good. I'll just wait on Hill's first impressions of Yara's box. Hey, I will do that live. She could sense the country in me and teased me. Yeah. I still love what Ashton said about your backyard in that video that he talked about your channel. Just like, he has one heck of a backyard. That's just the funniest thing I've ever heard. I just hope my box arrives in one piece. I also am hoping that, because if somebody stole my effing Tim Tams out of it, I'm going to be upset. Thick and sweet, good, but not for me. See, I like thick and sweet. Okay. Almost responded really badly to that. Hey, hold on. I'm going to hide my camera really quick because I'm going to grab Interlude Woman really quick for a caboose. Whew. Just about fell out of my chair trying to get up in here. Okay, so this one is Interlude Woman, and thankfully for everybody who's always worried about if it says woman on it anywhere, it does not. It just says Interlude on the sides and on the cappy thing. But this fragrance is this is incense and kiwi and leather caboose. This is definitely suitable for spring and fall, and it's so unique with the kiwi. I don't even know of another fragrance that has a kiwi note at all. But it doesn't smell like it doesn't smell like a golden kiwi at all, and it doesn't smell like your normal ass kiwi. It smells like a kiwi that is so ripe. You know, like how where the juice is, or not the juice, but like the inside is kind of darker, where it's almost bruised from being so overripe. It smells more like that, with like some smoothness of like cold leather almost, and incense. I love this one so much. Where did everything go? Comments, come back. Same caboose, that's my fave. LOL. When you said that you're a huge amouage hoe, I was like, damn, this gal really likes the water. Oh. I do like the water. I was a lifeguard, Jad. Did you try? I do. I love Reflection Woman. I also like Honor Woman. Honor Woman is really interesting because it has it's like white floral plus rhubarb, and it's not like, so I love rhubarb, and I should really should I do a video on my favorite rhubarb fragrances, or should I do a live stream about rhubarb? Y'all let me know. So it's not that super tart rhubarb that's in Honor Woman per se. It's more like the kind of like a sweet citrusy addition to the white floral, but it's beautiful. It's kind of crisp and clean, like Reflection Woman. That one's also crisp and clean, but a little bit different. Quick, everyone say something bad about her. I have big feet. Okay, let's go. I would be great. Eugene, I had to sell Noir Exquis to the lady on eBay. Must be very happy. I sold it for $60, free shipping. Nice. These all jumped so much again. She's not interested in me. Who isn't, Jad? Me? Yara? We all love you. More citrusy. Yeah, no, more overripe caboose. But it still makes it so fresh. Maybe fresh isn't the right word. It just makes it so bright. Bright is probably the word that I'm going for here. And it just really mixes with that incense really well. I think you'd like it. I mean, I don't know, I talk about it a lot, but it's really good. So get your nose on Interlude Woman. It's too heavy for me. I hope it wears easier in the fall. I could see that. If you are a wino, enjoy La Tierra del Gallo from Ooh, oh. Okay, hold on. I'll write that one down too. Okay. The insides are bruised. I listened to the perfect. I'll get my nose on it. Yes. Darker inside with juice. Come on, you guys. The one time I wasn't being dirty. The one time. Yeah, I was lifeguard for quite a few years, actually. I still teach CPR and first aid and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah. I don't even know if they make lifeguard swimsuits that would fit my booty now. You know, okay, so I've tried the Hermes one like once, but I tried it on paper, and I feel like rhubarb is one of those notes that does not do so hot on paper. Kind of like green fragrances, because it amplifies everything so much. So I need to try that one on skin if we're ever allowed to try fragrances again. Video. Okay, I can do that for the rhubarb. Doesn't Delina have a lot of rhubarb? Okay, so yeah, the original Delina does. It is lychee and rhubarb and rose. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Chris had out Delina exclusive today, which doesn't have the rhubarb. And so yeah, so I own Delina exclusive, but every time I wear it, I literally like 10 minutes into it just think, shit, I wish I'd worn the other one. So I'll usually end up spraying the normal Delina on top of Delina exclusive because I miss that tart, juicy rhubarb. It's so good. Try it on skin for sure. I will. Yeah, it does seem tart. Okay. Good incense. In fact, most Bertrand Duchefort has plenty of it. I mean, like literally all of these fragrances that I just went over, they're all Bertrand Duchefort. He's easily one of my favorite perfumers. I really like Delina Sybil. I do. It's a bit younger, I guess. I mean, anybody can wear it. I think it's great in the spring and summer, especially. Literally, my brain just completely stopped functioning there for a hot second. But in the high heat of the summer, it's like all of a sudden the rose that's in it just like amplifies, and it is gorgeous. It's so good. So yeah, it's good all year round. It doesn't have the best longevity once the weather starts getting cool, but in the summer, the rose is gorgeous in that fragrance. Yara said, say something bad about you. To me, you not being interested in me is bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Pity fornication. Jad, sweetheart, you're a mess. Just writing down. Hey, what house is that, Eugene? Fuck it, I'll just Google it. I love getting new fragrance suggestions. Okay. Good night, Russell. I'll see you later, bud. Bye, Russell. Later, Russell. Yeah. So, did anybody have any other questions about the Vagabond Prince fragrances? Hermescence. I wish I could try the private. Oh, yeah, to answer Yara's question from earlier, other fragrances I'd love to try. I'd love to try the private line from Hermes. There's nowhere around here to try that. I would love to try all of the like Dior Privé line. I'd like to try those. Again, we don't have any way to try those around here unless we just blind buy it or unless we can find a decant or something like that somewhere. Oh, you know, I'm always giggling, buddy. Oh, it's Hermescence. Okay. It's all making sense. Sorry. There's a definite delay. Not just in my brain, but also from when the comments show up. What do they taste like? They taste a little bit like a really dry gin. It's kind of what they taste like, sweetie. Okay. I'm tempted to buy Spice Blend. I heard that one is good. Obviously, I don't know for sure. Wasn't that one supposed to smell like a drink or something? It was supposed to smell like something. Oh my gosh, that was the stupidest sentence. Hold on. I know those words make sense. Spice Blend. I should probably spell blend properly because it doesn't have an M in it. Oh, it's by Dimashi. I really thought it was supposed to smell like some sort of alcohol or some sort of something. Spice Blend is awesome. Yeah, Chris really likes spicy fragrances. Hillary's the most thorough reviewer. Am I? I wish. It smells like rum. Why didn't you do this stream last week? To be honest, I didn't do it last week because the fragrances didn't get here until this week. So Base Solo and Swan Princess were completely blind buys. So I had no idea. Enchanted Forest. So before I bought my first bottle of Enchanted Forest, I had already gone through 2 or 3 decants of it. And I just loved it so much. So I bought a bottle. And then this sale came out. Thank goodness Jacqueline let me know, where it was like $100 for any bottle. So I ordered, one of each of everything, and then they gave me an extra of the Enchanted Forest. So I still have another one boxed. Eugene never drinks any of his precious elixirs. You've got to be committed. Okay, taste the fragrance. Now I really want Skittles. I'm totally sending you another box again soon. Okay. Well, once yours gets here and I see how well it handled in transit, if I can see that packaging worked, then I'll do obviously the same. If it didn't work, then I guess I'll buy a whole bunch of bubble wrap, and hopefully my stuff doesn't get flagged and ripped open in transit. Ginger. Okay. This sends free samples of anything they have in stock if you email them politely. I mean, I'll email them a picture of my tatas if they'll send me a sample. I don't care. Do you have those, Yara? Yeah, which ones do you have, Yara? Do you like Bulgari Man in Black? I like Man in Black. I really wanted to try is it Orient? Is that the one that has the pretty gold design on the front of the Man in Black one? I thought Spice One was really good. Yeah. Eugene, I'm just going to come visit and smell all of your shit. Although I know when you do your intros, you tell people not to smell anything, but then you do tell them to take their clothes off. I feel like can I just take my clothes off and smell everything? Do I get a pass if I do it in that order? Because I've got a whole bunch of shit I need to smell. Bay rum. Those are the 2 words that I was trying this whole time to come up with that I'd heard it smelled like. I do like rum. Oh, wow. So many things. I do like that one quite a bit. It's an easy, dumb reach. Okay. I have a lot of those samples. I just assumed she'd tried them like an idiot. I live in the middle of BFE, Yara. I mean, we don't have a Christian Dior. We don't have anywhere to try any of that shit. Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have much. We actually do have some creeds available to smell in my town, which is crazy, but it is a limited amount of them. And we can smell some Killians, and there is a Tom Ford counter. So that's the most that I've got basically. And that's in this really expensive store that we just kind of discovered last year. But there is an indie niche store about an hour from me in Louisville, and I'm really, really wanting to go to that. It's called American Perfumer, and everything that's there, it's all American indie brands. They have DSH, I think it's DSH, and Sarah Horowitz, and imaginary authors. They have imaginary authors there. They have Henley. Love Henley. Henley bourbon is amazing. It's so good. I'm getting distracted from the comments again. I'm sorry. Okay, dumb raged. Yep, we got that far. Fair enough, Eugene. I lounge corrected. Okay. Make sure and say if there's something you want to try, and we probably have it. This is true. Yeah. And if it's food, you just tell me. I need to send a care package to some peeps in Europe too, and I'm going to send biscuits, real biscuits, not their silly cookies that they don't know what they're called. I'll send you some hills. Oh, thanks, Jason. That is the one. I love it too. Black Orient. Oh, okay. I'm glad that you guys can all like figure out what bullshit is going on up in my brain, because I certainly cannot. I'm a rep from Hermes. DM me. I'll send you some samples. Hashtag tatas. I almost believed you. Oh, wow. That's really sad, isn't it? Yes. I kind of want Hermes Centennials. Massoy. I don't even know how to say that. I need to try more Hermes. I personally haven't tried any that I was just like, I must have this. But again, I've only tried a few of the designer, like the Sephora. What Sephora would I have? I'm trying to like Orientals. Yes, Hill. You can come and sell everything anytime. Thanks, Eugene. I'll cook. Yeah. I see you like sausage. I can make sausage. Yeah. Am I also allowed to smell everything anytime, Eugene? I love your collection. Yes, I'm sure that he would be okay with that. But where were we? Is there anything else we were talking about? Yeah, so these are all Bertrand du Chaufour. So good. So what do you think about the stream name? So I've been calling my Friday things FTFN. Like, I mean, there's TGIF. Do you guys remember when TGIF was like on TV? Like that was a thing. Like a channel or like a time on TV. So like last week it was Forget the Fucking Notes. So it was like blind sniffing. This week it was just Fragrance Talk Friday night. I don't know. Should I continue that idea or I don't know? Because another idea that I had for my Friday night streams was, I have hundreds of samples and I've smelled most of them before, but a vast majority of them, if they didn't spark my interest, I kind of just threw them back in the bundle. So I could just literally grab a handful randomly and blind sniff, see what kind of notes I can pick out, do just brief basic explanations, that sort of thing. You can come with Hills anytime. Oh, you guys can break everything. But I'll take my shoes off at the door, Eugene. I'll be, I remember ABC, I believe. Okay, cool. Awesome. What am I doing up there? Yes, really? No one smell it? Darn it, Jad, I haven't smelled shit. So, especially by Hermes. Speaking of the stream name, everyone go give her a like. Oh, yeah, that would be neat. That'd be kind of cool. There was a show in the UK called TFI Friday. But what does TFI stand for? Because like TGIF was Thank Goodness It's Friday, or Thank God It's Friday. One of those two. That was I remember Friday nights, my parents would be like, it's TGIF, and so we would have like popcorn and milk for dinner because we would watch TGIF. Kind of a weird thing, but that's what we did. To be fair, we had I'm one of 4 kids. I'm pretty sure my parents were losing their damn minds. So if you could just, get us to sit in front of a TV for a bit, I'm sure they thoroughly enjoyed that. Deal. What do you think, Hills? If we're talking about going to Eugene's, I'm fine. If I have to be naked for it, that's fine too. As long as I get to smell all this shit. Keep good content. You'll have a viewer base. Viewership base. Thank you. Is that true, Mark, about Hermes sending samples? I'm really hoping it is because I'm gonna message them. That'd be kind of cool. I agree with. Oh wait, I missed Cabooses thing. Can I look at your apartment through binoculars from Chad's butt? That's really good. That's pretty funny. That's awesome. Oh, Chad. It had live bands and stuff. Oh, the TFI Fridays. Okay. Hey, Stefan, how are you doing, sweetheart? I was unaware you needed to ask for permission for that. I have some people to ask retroactively. Wait, what are you asking permission for, Chris? I have concerns about looking through binoculars from people's buses. Is that what you're asking, Christopher? Oh, wait, you said caboose. Yep. You're being a creeper. During non-COVID times, I received many samples of the messages. Awesome. Very cool. I really like it when they have, I don't want to say standards, but when they believe in their product enough to go ahead and give you free stuff because they know that you will end up buying something. Stefan, hearty eyes. Okay. Chris is doing this face. Okay. And the presenter was married to a famous Doctor Who girl. Wait, which Doctor Who girl? I'm polite. I've asked for samples from Mez in the past. They sent me some that Mez Boutique I went to didn't give me the time of day until I walked in holding my Barney's New York bag, and then I just walked away. That's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. It's kind of interesting. Some of my grooming clients, even like the people who are the most well off, they don't dress that way. It's so funny that people don't always fit into their stereotype. Like I've seen people, in like Tweety Bird pajama pants, and yeah, they certainly had the money to be in things much better than that. Okay, click. I'm clicking. Awesome. Thanks. Oh, hi, Jonathan. You be safe. If you are drinking, you better Uber home or have somebody else drive you. If any of y'all are ever out drinking and you are supposed to drive home, call me and I will call you an Uber. Don't do that. Party at my place. Everyone's invited. Yes, let's play Twister. Billie Piper. Oh, I love Billie Piper. She was Rose. Yeah. Wahoo! Chris is insinuating that he already crept on people from buses. It's less funny when you deconstruct the humor. I honestly feel so bad for Chris, Luke, because he has to, he hasn't had to work with me very much since we've been allowed to go back to work because he has to watch kids during the day, but it takes me so long to get some of these jokes that it's no longer funny, if it was ever funny to start off with. But Joey, sorry about bailing earlier, bro. Sorry, bro. Should have said telescope. Telescope. Oh. Love a good telescope. Speaking of telescopes, have you ever noticed Stefan has a cool-ass telescope in his bedroom? Really cool. It's best if don't dig into anything that I like to say. Yep, it's true. It's always best. I low-key carry empty Louis Vuitton and Chanel bags to get attention and samples at boutiques like Armani, Bottega Veneta. I wouldn't say you're a bad person. That just sounds practical, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I don't know. Roger that, Chris. No fact-checking here. I don't drive. I knew, and I know that you don't. And then I was just like, whatever. I didn't know if everybody else knew that you were, so I didn't want to I didn't want to put your information out there unless you were comfortable with that. So regardless, the thing still stands. If any of y'all are ever out drinking and you're supposed to be driving that night, just call me and I'll call you an Uber. If it's 3 a.m., I will still do it. I will be pissed that you didn't tell me before 3 a.m., but I will still do it. So, yeah. Oh, Hermes treated me quite poorly as well until they got to know me. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. I just feel like why anybody could be a customer. Just don't be a dick. I'm not Joey Cannoli. Stefan loves maps. I like maps. I would have loved to see you in stand-up, Luke. Like, you are freaking hilarious. Wait, what happened? Just everything jumped. What about Hermes? Their essay treated me like a bum. Rude. Your star making me want to roll my windows down. Yep. I was gonna sing that and then I got embarrassed and I couldn't do it. Okay. Let's see. Stefan knows what I'm talking about. Sure he do. That's really sweet. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. Enjoy your evening. I hope you're there with friends, not just by yourself. Have a good time. Yeah. So let's see. I've only been live for an hour and 10 minutes, but so I usually go for like an hour and a half or so. Would you guys like me to blind smell some random shit? Would you like to see? I got some new Lancome fragrances in. I could briefly go over some of those if you want. Yeah. What do you guys want to see? Flat map. I actually had an argument one time with a flat earther. I'm not sure why I bothered wasting my breath, to be honest. Bruh? In order for you to succeed in stand-up, don't you need to get out of your lounger to lay punchline? I would love you to blind smell random shit. Okay, Luke. Then Centaur. Ooh, Lancome? I love Lancome so much, Centaur. I can't think of anything I'd want more in my life. Well, we'll see how much I can get done in at least 20 minutes and how long you guys still want to watch a live stream. Because, I mean, I don't know how much you can stand to just look at my face in an evening. So this has to be the noisiest seat in the history of noisy seats. Come to me. Okay. To Lancome. We would love if you did whatever the hell you want. Thanks, Jad. But okay. Are flat earthers real? Believe it or not, they are. It's sad. I want to produce a topic. That was a good one. Okay. What kind of fragrances do you smell in guys in Kentucky? Does bourbon count? That's about it. So for one, I don't talk to people. Like, I never see people. Because I'm a hermit. It's the truth. The only time I really do see them is if they're drunk, so it's usually alcohol. Although, I work with Chris F., who's in the stream somewhere up there. He's my business partner. So he wears everything from Viking to Mont Blanc, Individual, Explorer, whatever. He wears a very wide range of fragrances. So, oh, Luke, you stole my punchline. I said that. Thought your seat was a dinosaur's stomach in your backyard. Yeah, is this not like the noisiest seat ever? This is actually frag.com money. You're funny to think I make any money. I'm not monetized. And also, I don't even have enough subscribers to be monetized. So, but yeah, no, these seats are actually new. It's just that they're leather, and I'm wearing these strange, like, leatherized leggings, I guess. So the combination of leatherized leggings and leather chair is a snort. Give me the snort. Yep. Hello there, Luke. Here for the snort. Here for your noisy chair. Listen, which is worse, my noisy chair or George the Fragrance Apprentice's wank chair? Must clean up with the local ladies. Well, he's married, so he does, I guess. At least one of them. Leatherized Leggings is my favorite metal band. That's a really good one. Oh, shit. Okay. So I ordered the 30 ml bottles from the Lancome line. Have you all seen the 100 ml? If you need me to go grab one, I can. I have the whole line. But so I ordered their 30 ml bottles of their new fragrances that I haven't been able to smell. Who's the Fragrance Apprentice? That is George. His channel is just called The Fragrance Apprentice. George Atkinson. Defo George's Wacky Setup. Yeah. So anyways, yeah. So I ordered the 30 mils. They actually had a sale during quarantine for 30% off, which is the cheapest I've ever seen. And yeah, so these are normally, the 30 mils are $75, and so they were like 56, 52, something like that. They aren't as quite as pretty as the other ones because like on the back they just kind of have like a reflective sticker, and then a sticker on the front too for the fragrance. Whereas but it is a what's that word? A vinyl sticker. If that makes sense. And it's texturized, which is nice. This back is not texturized. It might be more like the back. I don't think is a sticker. It's paint, like painted on. Still the reason telling my wife that sounds really bad. I should not read that out loud. I'm here for the snort. Thanks. He's so funny. Great. He's very, very good at cinematography. Did you guys catch Fragmental's video today? So y'all know I'm not super big into clones, but he did a 6 clones for summer video, and so he actually I don't know how he did it. He dressed up as a clone version of himself, and so there were 2 of him in the video, and it was hilarious. If you haven't seen it, definitely check out Chris's Fragmental Chris's video from today, the clone one. It was pretty good. But I sure think I smell good. Well, most of the time, unless you're wearing like Bleu de Chanel. Although Luke would disagree because I think that's like one of Luke's favorite fragrances of all times. Yara. Ain't she the darnest cutest person in Fragcom? That's so cute. Bye, not Joey or Hillary. What? I'm confused. Oh, I missed this. I was joking. I don't watch his stuff. I have overstayed my welcome. On that note, I bid thee farewell, my dear. Bye, all. You've overstayed your welcome? Did I? Oh. Bye, sweetie. Wish I knew your name. Toodaloo. Such. Okay. Good memory. Just make a local reaction video with some folks. That's an idea. We'd have to see folks, basically. Just gonna keep scrolling. Okay, I have not made it very far at all into these Lancome fragrances. Okay, so this one's Jasmine's Marzipan. I did already have the 14 ml travel, so this is not a new fragrance for me. But this one, I guess I'm just gonna spray more on skin. Yeah, I mean, how many fragrances do I already have on? It's ridiculous. I think that this fragrance is perfect for the office if you're somebody who works in an office, and especially if you're somebody who likes the idea of a white floral but doesn't want it to smell like everyone else's white floral. Because this has almond added to it. So it's like the slightest bit of a dusty sweetness that it adds to the floral. So it's like a gourmand take on a white floral without being gimmicky in any way. I would say this is probably really good for somebody 25 plus. I do think a guy could wear it, but I feel like it might be, I don't want to say more suitable for a woman by any means, but I think that this might be something that a woman might lean more towards or be more comfortable wearing than maybe a guy. Because there aren't really very many base notes or anything. Just clean and pretty. But yeah, so that was Jasmine's Marzipan. Spins and street push-ups. Christopher, I will kick you out of the van if you do any of that bullshit. Told Fred I shall return. Okay, good. Okay, so next, and I wish I could speak French because it looks like it says Pivvoins Printemps, but I know that that's not how you say it. I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that the Pivvoin word means peony. And what is really interesting about this fragrance is that it smells very similar to Amouage Lyric Man. Let's spray that on the skin too. I don't think it has lime in it like Lyric Man does. So give me a second. I'll double check the notes, but it has like a citrusy kind of nuance to it. I'm gonna have to spell this properly in order to get it to come up. That is annoying. Yeah. So it doesn't have like, at least what's listed. It only says rose, peony, and pink pepper on Fragrantica, and obviously those are not the full note list. But there is a juicy citrus element, but I'm thinking it's more like bergamot in here. And it's a little bit sweeter than Lyric Man. I think it's more because like the peony is kind of a lighter, just like a really light, similar to rose scent, but this still does go a little bit soapy. It's really nice. Actually, while I'm sitting here smelling it now, it's kind of reminding me of a little bit similar to Delina without the tartness. But it's really, really nice. So that is Vagabond Prince or something by Maison Lancôme. But for, well, like I said, I got this for like 50 something. This glass is super thick. Not bad. Love it. I'm generally interested in her purse. Oh, thank you so much, sweetie. That's perfect French and Kentuckian. Thank you. It's a gift. Vagabond Prince. I shouldn't even try. I don't know how to move my mouth in a French fashion. Oh, that sounded really weird. Okay. Can do plenty of things with my mouth, but not French. Peony is my favorite flower. Aren't they beautiful? Okay, so next is Magnolia Rosé. Where do I have skin? Does anybody remember where I last sprayed something? I gotta spray on my TARDIS. So this is the one, I really struggled with this one when I first sprayed it on a test strip because I could not smell it. I had to spray it at least 11 times to be able to smell anything. Hashtag mouth things. Let me go ahead and type this in. Because like I said, these are not full note listings that they have on Fragrantica because you can obviously smell other stuff in here than what they're mentioning. That's why you should never just go by what Fragrantica says because oftentimes it's full of shit. French movement of the oral muscles. You know, that is... Never mind. Oh, I do love muscles. Okay. Go away, thingy. Search for what I'm searching for. I pressed enter, didn't I? Oh, there it is. All right, so the notes listed for this one are just magnolia, rose, and musk. It definitely is magnolia. Oh, is that vanilla? It has a vanilla-ish nuance to it. Thanks, Yara. I wasn't sure how to say that. I was like, English isn't his first language, but it was funny. It kind of has a, hair stuck in my mouth. It kind of has a slight vanillic nuance to it. It kind of makes me think of, you could wear this. This is almost tropical even, as far as a floral goes. Magnolias aren't exactly a tropical flower. But it literally, it's kind of reminded me of somewhere halfway between Lancôme's Poème and Ylang and Gold by Micallef. Like, it's not as sweet as Ylang and Gold. Beautiful fragrance, but it is definitely reminded me of a similar DNA of Poème. You know, same house, I guess, but there's no yellow florals listed, but it definitely smells more tropical. Yo, Ron. Is Ron here? Oh, there's Ron. The people want Hill because she's awesome. Aw, thank you. Love the reviews and cursing. So weird. Why not both? Greedy humans. Yo, Luke. Sup? Oh, Juju ordered Domino's. I could go for pizza. Okay, so I literally just ate a ton of food right before the stream because I went to pick up Finn from Chris's house where he was watching him today while I was working, and I picked up sushi on the way home. So I got sushi and salad, and they gave me like a giant baguette, and I ate all of it, like the whole thing. But I hadn't really eaten yet today, so yeah. I was like, maybe I can get by with eating half of the kitchen. So it's kind of coming off fresher than, what was that? All right, they're shooting fireworks off outside apparently. That scared the ever-loving crap out of me. So I got, this fragrance is a little bit fresher than Poème. It does seem to have some sort of vanillic nuance to it. I don't think that it's a resin because it doesn't smell thick enough to be a resin. But yeah, it is really pretty. I don't know how much you would have to spray this on your body for people to be able to smell it because it sits so closely to the skin. It's insane, but it is pretty. So that was Magnolia Rosé. Oh my God, sushi. So my favorite sushi, and this is going to sound bad because it's the most Americanized sushi ever, is a Chicago roll because it's steak and asparagus and cream cheese, and in sushi rice and topped with avocado. Oh, and like their spicy chili sauce. It is gorgeous. Okay, and last but not least was fig. Hey, Yara, since you can, spell out the French, how do you say? It looks like it's in Spanish. I would read it as agrume, but fig and agrumes, agrumes. Don't know how to pronounce that. So this one is much more green. Even the juice is green. I don't know if you can see that in there. I've written all over my hand now. So I'll put it on this shoulder. Ermagerd Shusher. Having 1 liter of London Dairy strawberry ice cream for breakfast. Hey, ice cream for breakfast is the best thing. Just kidding, 500 grams. I would eat the liter thing. If I didn't realize ice cream came in liters. I didn't know that I thought that was only like liquid measurements. I don't know. That a girl, Juju. What toppings? Agrume is how you say. Or do you say it as agrume or agrume? Because unfortunately, French was not an option to take at my school. I did sign language and I took Spanish. So this is very green figgy. And now I've talked to Kevin before, has asked, if I've ever eaten a fig, and I have not. But I have quite a few fig fragrances. So it's kind of weird that I have not yet actually eaten a fig to figure out exactly which part is it. But fig et agrume. Okay. Fig et agrume. Gotcha. Yeah, I knew the translation, but I unfortunately cannot figure out for the life of me how to speak it. So, like, I have fragrances like Fico di Amalfi. I have Figue Eden from Armani Privé. I know I have more than that. I have so many fig fragrances. They're all jumping out of my brain. But yeah, so I'm still not. I really need to actually eat one and get a little bit more comfortable with it. But this fig fragrance has a grainy texture to it, kind of like when you're eating a pear, and it has that kind of, I don't know if grainy is the right word, but it's kind of texturized feel to it. It's not smooth. So like Fico di Amalfi is juicy, so it's like wet and citrusy kind of, whereas this is more grainy, more like a pear. Like an actual pear, not when people are like, oh, it smells like pear. I'm like, that it does not smell anything like a pear. I don't understand why we'll talk about the pear note and they're like, it smells like pears, because it doesn't. The citrus is not very sharp, like I was originally thinking. I thought it'd be a bit more refreshing as far as citrus goes. The citrus kind of seems to play, it just kind of blends into that fig a bit. But it's definitely green. I don't remember what kind of greenness is in here. It doesn't smell like violet leaf. Fig. Oh gosh, now I have to be able to spell it properly. There it is. See if it says. It doesn't. It just says jasmine. So according to this, it only has fig, citrus, and jasmine. But no, there's definitely something very green. I think it's mint. I'm thinking it's mint actually in here. Yeah, the longer it sits on my skin, it smells way more minty. Yeah, so it's kind of like a grainy kind of fruit with some citrus mixed in, some mint, the texture of floral, which I'm guessing is jasmine. I guess it does smell like jasmine. Yeah, it smells like a very light jasmine, like not a full-bodied jasmine in the background, if that makes sense. I really love that fig fragrance. Oh, the Fico di Amalfi one, Chris? It's pretty good. You left it here, the decant I sent you with. Fig jam on a hot biscuit. That sounds... Centaur, honestly, if you got pissed off and you're like, fig jam on a hot biscuit, somebody would think that was actually a saying. Absolutely. I taught Dave, DB70, I taught him the shit the bed thing that we use here. And yeah, I love funny sayings like that. Figure it out, but thank you, Jad. That's beautiful. Fig jam on a hot biscuit is my favorite bluegrass plant. Okay. Fig jam. Stuffed biscuits. Am I the only one that has never had fig jam anywhere near her biscuits? Eat one and get more comfortable with it. Damn it. Okay. How about pizza on pineapple? Does that work? No. No. I just don't understand why you'd want to spoil your pineapple with anything else touching it at all. The only thing that I like pineapple in or on, besides my mouth, is what is it called? I get this buffalo pulled pork quesadilla from my favorite smoothie place. Stefan, I don't know if he's still here. I actually sent him a picture of my super Americanized barbecue pulled pork with pineapple quesadilla the other day because it was so good. Although it also has like jalapenos in it. And, whenever I type jalapenos, my phone changes it to kale penis. Thank you, autocorrect. Okay, moving on. I'll have what Yara's having. Yes, Jad, fig Newtons. I've had fig Newtons. I used to eat the hell out of fig Newtons. Is that actually fig that's inside of those? That would make sense. Whatever floats in your boat. I made 10 burritos, only 5 left. Nice. That sounds good. Sweet niblets. Fried chicken? Smoothie places make quesadillas. Mine does. So it's this place called Tropical Smoothie Cafe. And oh my gosh, it's the best. They have a Bahama Mama smoothie, which is like pineapple and I think it's strawberry. Yeah, strawberry and pineapple, white chocolate, and coconut. So good. That's like, basically I eat it every single day. No, fug jam here means fuck. I'm great. Just ask me. Oh, okay. Mr. Z. This one does Yara, but they make the best club sandwich ever. They do. They have a club sandwich that's called the Ultimate Club. So obviously, it has to be the best one ever. But their quesadilla is thebomb.com, and we'll pretend I didn't say that. I recommend Greek fig jam. They do it right. I feel like I've actually had that too. I used to work in a Greek restaurant. We did a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sure, honestly, I probably have had more fig than I remember. I just can't place it very well. I definitely have to visit the States. You guys are so adventurous. We're so adventurous. We put pineapple in quesadillas. That's how you rate things. Tell me about it. Tassos fig jam is the best I've ever had. Okay. Now might not be the best time to visit. That's true, Yara. That's true. Okay, so those were the 4 newer Maison Lancômes to my collection. But if anybody wants to know about any of the other Maison Lancômes, let me know, because I have basically all of them in the room. But I also got Musc Diamant from the La Nuit Trésor line. I can't remember if I've talked about this one on a stream or not. But, I mean, the bottle is like, I mean, if this isn't the blingiest bottle I've ever seen, I don't even know what to say about it. Yeah, I normally would not go for a bottle that's quite this girly, but I was just really intrigued because, so I watched, Linda Frag Hag, I watched her review on this fragrance. She was out in the snow, and she talked about how good it was, and Delicious Delights talked about it, Arlene, and Yana Tomalise, like the niche queen. Oh, I got the burps now. She talked about this. So good. So I was like, well, I'm going to order it in. Unfortunately not, but soon. Gotta dip. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks, Ron. Be safe. TTFN. Oh, where did it go? Hillary can't figure out whether she has had fig jam before. I'm old. It's sad. I got a bad memory. What do you think of Delina or Delina exclusive on a guy? Centrifugal Force likes the exclusive a lot. I think it'd be fine. If you're comfortable wearing rose fragrances, I don't see why you couldn't wear them. The original Delina is perfect for the hot weather. The rhubarb is so good. The other one, in my brain, it's a fragrance suited for a younger thing, like 20 to 30-year-old woman. But I feel like depending on your skin chemistry, because it has vanilla and it has more woods and caramel and things in it too, it can sweeten up quite a bit. So I feel like a guy could pull it off just fine. I just don't wear it very often because I love the original so much. I'm trying to click on this and it's not doing. Love the OG. I like it too. This is the first. I blind bought this flanker. Is it great? Oh, this one? It's pretty good. Let me find some. Oh, God, what skin am I at? Maybe my inner elbow pit. This is going to be so awkward to try to smell. But this one is mostly raspberry and musk, actually. Ooh, and it's strong, too. Wowzers. I think this one is probably stronger than any of the other 11 that I've already sprayed on my skin tonight. So the raspberry is the most prominent in the opening to mid dry down. So if you like to wear very fruity fragrances, like if you like berries in fragrances, then this is pretty good. I mean, basically the main things you smell are like a raspberry jam and musk. And a lot of people they'll ask what musk smells like, and in my opinion, when you're using a white musk in these fragrances, it's less what it smells like and more the texture that it provides to a fragrance. So oftentimes I feel like it'll make a fragrance sit like a few inches off the skin. So it's almost like it's projecting the fragrance out a little bit more, if that makes sense. And so then it kind of feels like whatever is under that is like a second skin. That totally doesn't make sense. But yeah, so it's more of a texture that musk adds to a fragrance as far as white musk is concerned. Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the dry down quite a bit on it. It's a bit uber fruity in the opening, but it gets really pleasant. It has pretty decent longevity too. I do like it. It's a 5-year gap, Hillary. You're not old. To be fair, I'm a dog groomer, so we are pretty hard on our bodies. And I played rugby in college, so I wasn't starting off with a great one anyways. I'd already beaten it to crap. I've sprayed them on skin and enjoyed them, just not my favorite notes. Oh, are you talking about the different Maison Lancomes, Chris? Did you spray the fig one on? Oh, that's the peony one. That one's really good. Yeah, the peony one, the Vagabond Prince, whatever, that one, in this dry down, it definitely is much more similar to Lyric Man, for sure. Hey, Ashkan, how are you doing, sweetie? Because I mean, it's all rose, but still masculine enough, yeah. I just really love rose as a note. I like it quite a bit. Obviously, I like Lyric Man. I talk about it a lot. Maison Lancôme does amazing rose fragrances like Roses Berberanza, Parfait de Roses, L'Autre Oud. I know there's more than that. They do rose very, very well. Obviously, Maison Francis Kirk de Jean does rose very well too. Oh, the Delina ones. Gotcha, Chris. Gotcha. Okay, sorry. A true Amazonian deity you are. Thanks, Jad. I try. What can I say? Yeah. Hey, Eva. How are you doing, sweetie? Yeah, I just went through the all of the Vagabond Prince and my new Lancome fragrances. And yeah, but I can scoot back through this if you need it. Came by to show some love. Thank you so much, Ashkan. Your name literally just almost came out of my mouth like Ashcan, and I'm like, ugh, I cannot get it to come out of my mouth right. That's what she said. Good talk. Hi, Eva. Hello, Eva. Yo, Eva. It's a whole bunch of different ways to say hi to Eva. Jad is the poet of Fragcom. Yes. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. She says hi back. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions on any of those? Anything like that? I got to go now. See you later. See you later, Yara. How are the other Vagabond Princes? Yeah, I'll go over this really quick, and then I'll probably end the stream. So I did them in order of least favorite to favorite, Eva. And so my least favorite was the feminine offering, the Swan Princess. This one is a very powdery, very, very powdery, kind of almost astringent iris and musk fragrance with some mimosa in there, and pink pepper. Yeah, there's pink pepper too. I think that's why it comes off almost astringent when you spray it, because it's so sharp. And I like my iris to be balanced by some sort of sweetness, and this one just isn't. But it is still a beautiful fragrance. I just personally think that on scent alone, I would classify it with a designer house. And so I would say that I probably wouldn't want to pay more than $90-ish for a bottle, even though the bottle is beautiful. So yeah, that one's my least favorite. What do they taste like? I feel like we've already touched on this. I was tasting the one earlier. It's really awesome. Oh, it's been a long week, guys. Hi, bye, Yara. Hi, bye. I missed whatever happened to Agnes, but she seems very upset. What happened? Is she upset currently? I'll check on her later. You got full bottles of those? Yes, I did. Yeah, I've got full bottles. They had a sale where they were $100 each, and they're normally $180. So I ordered all of them. And when I opened up the box, there was an extra whole fragrance in there, literally because they ran out of bubble wrap. So they gave me an extra bottle of Enchanted Forest. Coolest thing ever. Like, everybody was saying, just to keep it, but I was feeling too guilty about like keeping a fragrance that I didn't buy. And so I just called them, and it's really nice. Really sweet people. Where was the sale? It was only in the US, unfortunately. It was on Fragrantica, actually. Like, you could access, they only had the links there. Like, you had to pay through PayPal, no tax or shipping, like it's $100. So I got one of everything. Then I ended up getting 2 of Enchanted Forest. So that was my 4th least favorite. My third fave was Land of the Warriors. This one is very spicy. It is leather and violet leaf. I feel like if you like Fahrenheit, you might like it. If you like fragrances in the line of Viking and L'air du Desert Moroccan, and what's the other one I said earlier? That's also like dry spicy. You might like that. No, I'm drooling over Enchanted Forest. Yeah, it is so good. It's amazing. So then my second favorite was Base Solo, which the bottle is solid black, but the top is dark wood, like a fretboard. It's even texturized, which is kind of cool. And this one's very resinous. This one is more like dark woods and a Papanax. And there's no berry note in here, but it's like the Papanax is so sweet, because that's a sweet myrrh, for those of you guys who don't know. Same resin. It's a resin from the same plant, is my understanding, just a different part of the plant. So it's just a very sweet myrrh. And it's so good. It literally gives it like a berry nuance in the sillage, if that makes sense. It's so beautiful. I blind bought 2 of them, Swan Princess and Bay Solo. I hadn't been able to get samples of previously, but I had smelled Enchanted Forest because I had gone through multiple decants before I finally ordered my first bottle, and I had recently gotten a sample of Land of Warriors before that too. When I spray this one on skin, sometimes it comes off really oudy, but other times it doesn't, and it's just the spice. So it really just kind of depends on the day, I guess. Chris, I can't remember. I think it was more spicy on you, right, than anything? I thought you had already bought it. I think I lied to Jacqueline because I told her that you already ordered it. Empty Sense was sent to his room. Oh, sorry. And then obviously my number 1, which you're already familiar with, Eva, is Enchanted Forest, because this is the most beautiful, transportive, 3-dimensional fragrance I've ever gotten my nose on. And like I was saying earlier, it literally smells like you're walking through a forest. That greenness is not up in your face. It actually smells like the pine needles are on the ground. They smell further away in the composition. And then you've got that wine, that black currant wine, just pouring it all over your tatas. And then you can smell the pine needles on the ground. This fragrance is so amazing. I love it so much. It's probably not normal. I have a big sample. Good. More spicy leather. I like it. Yeah, that leather is interesting. There's also birch in there, and sometimes it comes off more smoky. I had sprayed Base Solo on once the other day, and it had a smoky nuance to it as well, which was kind of strange because typically it hadn't been that way. But it does definitely have a booziness to it, like that vanilla. It definitely reminds me of a really smooth bourbon. Not gonna lie, I've been blind buying everything recently. It's that don't give a fuck mode. Agreed, Ashkan. Before quarantine, I never blind bought. I'd buy hundreds of dollars worth of samples because as far as most of my life goes, I'm a bit of a minimalist. I don't have a large house. I chose to have a smaller house, and I like organization and that sort of thing. I typically like to have not a lot of something. I just want to have the best quality of whatever it is that I have. But then fragrances happen, and I just have a lot of them. So, yeah, since quarantine where I haven't been able to go smell stuff, I've just been buying it. No regrets. Besides the sheer amount of money I spent. Like I did a stream last week about the $4,000 for the fragrances that I had bought, completely forgetting that I had also bought a number of other fragrances that weren't included in that. So next on my buy list. Yeah, it moved up to the top of my buy list very quickly. I almost missed your stream. Well, I'm glad you didn't, Raphael. Hi, buddy. Bye, son. He's watching Outcome Shows. Yeah, who is sitting in John Doe's room? School is out, etc. Nice. Leather accords are made using birch. It's true. There's a lot of different types of leather accords. Actually, so Land of Warriors is based on like an ode to different kinds of leather, like whether it's smoky leather or vegetal leather, because it can also be made using violet or saffron, or on rare occasions even osmanthus, because osmanthus has a leathery nuance to it. So yeah, there's lots of different ways that you can make a leather accord, and this fragrance is actually supposed to represent 4 different types of leather accords. Yeah, hope that makes sense. And Base Solo, when I talked about that one, so not only is it an ode to Wingewood, but also they wanted notes that are primarily in the base. So it's primarily made of base notes, if that makes sense. Don't care, I love my room. Good, I like my room too. Buy nice or buy twice, exactly. That's what my mom always said growing up. Oh my goodness, I'm old. What time even is it? 11 o'clock, that's why. Beefy, how are you, sweetheart? I haven't seen you forever. I hope you're okay. Add me on Instagram or somewhere so I can keep tabs on you because I can't handle not knowing if you're okay. Yeah, I'm sure you're working like crazy, but I'm too ashamed to tally my fragrance purchases. Yeah, me too. Too bad I already did it, and I was like, crap. The accountant said the others do not count until next year. If that makes sense. A slight BO vibe. Hold on. I haven't. If you ruin this fragrance for me, Beefy, I swear to goodness. I'm not getting it. Is there cumin or anything like that in here that might be amped up on your skin to give you that? Sandalwood sometimes can do that. Sandalwood smells like piss on my skin. Coumarin and Kumarin can definitely do a BO vibe. Let me look and see what the notes are in it. See if there's anything along those lines. It has castoreum absolute in it. So I mean, could it be the castoreum is amping up on your skin, maybe, Beefy? Also has carnation. I struggle with carnation sometimes because it's almost a more aromatic note. I'm gonna guess it's the castoreum maybe that's making it smell BO-ish, Beefy. I haven't slept. Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's okay. You don't join the mafia, Jad. You were inducted. Is that not the truth? But my thing is with the cannoli mafia, I usually sleep through most of a stream and then I randomly wake up in the middle. It's at least everybody knows. It's been a pleasure, but I gotta go. I have on my ankle. No. That's an interesting place to spray it, Sybil. Do you literally just like spray it and then like pull your foot up to smell it? I was gonna do that on stream and I realized I probably should not do it in front of people, but that is hilarious. That's awesome. But have a good night, Sybil. Thank you so much for joining. I love BO, just not my own. You are a strange cookie, Ron. The black currant does it sometimes. It's why Byredo's pulp is so polarizing. See, in that one, I feel it's more of like the citruses. They're like overripe. Yeah. It's I don't know, pulp is such a strange fragrance. I'm really glad I got a sample before blind buying that one. Best smelling ankle around. Wasn't it? Is it Jeremy? Yeah, Jeremy Fragrance. You know, it used to tell people to spray the backs of your knees if you're wearing shorts or a dress. That way, if you're going to be like walking by people, you still have like that sillage too. Ankles are the new back of knee. Ordered some samples of Hermes Voyage Parfum. Hey, Brad's here. Hi, sweetie. Can you say hi to Sarah for me? Oh, no, not you, Siri. I was not talking to you. Wow. The EDT was great. I've smelled them once, I think. Chris, I'm pretty sure we smelled those at Cosbar. But I don't remember. I don't really remember much about it. Leg pits. Yeah. Hi, Brad. Hi, Sultan. Yeah. I spray the backs of my knees if it's hot as fuck outside. Monster projection. That's a good idea. I feel like that would probably be better too if you were somebody who had migraines, because then it'd be very far from your head, so it might not trigger you as much. I'm actually working at the hospital until 7 a.m. Wow. Jeez. Hi, fragrance test tube. Cool. They were fresh, but not very unique. Okay. Yeah, I cannot, for the life of me, remember them. It's one fragrance I love that I just haven't purchased yet. I really need to buy either EDP or EDT. Gotcha. Yeah, gosh, I just don't remember. The bottles were kind of cool though with the metal thing that it had. I'm just not very familiar with many Hermes fragrances, and I need to change that. I feel like, I don't know, Eugene probably judges me for not knowing Hermes very well, or Christian Dior, or Frederic Malle, or Chanel. Those just aren't things that we have around here. I had to wear Paco Rabanne 1 million like that. Also, any incense or leather or heavier fragrances I wore when I was younger. That makes sense. I really struggle with lavender in fragrances. It can give me a huge headache. Only thing I'm working on is killing the strawberry ice cream. That's awesome. Strawberry ice cream is amazing. Finn and I went out to get ice cream yesterday, and he got strawberry, of course, and I got mint chocolate chip and dark chocolate mixed. You're my hero, Jad. Not all heroes wear capes. It's great. Well, guys, I am I'm tired. I'm sorry, I'm old and I'm yawning. I swear when I look at this camera, it looks like the color of my face keeps changing. It's really strange. I don't know why. But yeah. So I'm probably gonna do my grading for my classes and then hit the hay because I've got to work in the morning. But it was so good to see you guys. And I'm not sure who's going to stream next. I'm assuming somebody's going to do a late evening stream maybe. Tomorrow I am going to be on a stream with Claire. I don't think she's telling people what the stream is about yet. But it's a funny one. So if you have like a dirty mind and you want to come watch two ladies talk about some weird shit, yeah, catch me on Claire's stream tomorrow evening. I don't yet know what time it's going to be in US time because she wasn't sure yet. She's used to working nights, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the evening time. So yeah. Good night, Mark. Good night, Ron, everybody. Be safe. Have a good evening. Thank you so much, Ashkan. Dirty mind, you want to go? Uh-huh. Came too late too. I'm so sorry, Raph. Later, Dave. Yeah. So it's not a hooker stream, although we did discuss doing a hooker stream. It's a little bit different, but it's pretty funny. You'll enjoy it. At least I hope you'll enjoy it, or it'll creep you out. So I don't know. All right. Good night, everybody. I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by. And again, I mentioned earlier, if you're out drinking and you don't have a way to get home and you are going to drive, don't fucking do it. Call me. I will call you an Uber. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.